This PowerPoint video will be over the writing process. Is an elaborate process. Do not be your own worst enemy. I'm one of those people that talk to everyone. More than once, in a line at Walmart, I have struck up a conversation with a total stranger. At some point, we discuss jobs, and I tell them that I am a college-level English instructor. Inevitably, I receive one of two answers. Oh, not my best subject. I was never good at writing. Or, really? I love that class. Writing is something I love. Most people love it or hate it. Why is this? Why does it seem like English is a subject that people either love or hate? I am of the belief that the reason is a mixture of three issues. One, those who hate it have never been truly taught to write. Two, those who hate it were never encouraged to learn to write. And number three, those who hate it truly believe they cannot write. Good news. Anyone can learn how to write. For some, writing may be more difficult than it is for others. Nonetheless, it is not impossible. Do not settle and tell yourself that you do not have the ability to write. There are multiple levels to writing. Some instructors will make writing seem fluid, like there are no steps to writing. They may tell you that writing cannot be a fill-in-the-blank process. This is true and false. Writing is both structured and creative. At this point, you may believe I've lost my mind. I promise I have not. Everyone can learn to write, and I'm going to do my best to give you all of the tools that you need to succeed. Steps to writing. As I stated before, there are multiple steps to writing. These steps include belief in yourself, the right environment, do not overdo it, and following the writing process. I cannot say this enough. Believe in yourself. First and foremost, you need to believe that you can do this. We are always our own worst enemy. Do not overthink it and never give up. The right environment. Although writing does not have to be completed in silence, it does need to be completed in a comfortable and productive environment. You don't want outside stressors like children yelling all the time, a spouse or significant other asking you what you want for dinner, the washing machine buzzing. You also don't need outside distractions such as your cell phone, music, or television. Now there's a caveat there. If you are one of those people who can actually do your work with music or television on in the background, and you can tune that noise out without being distracted, then those are okay. However, if you are somebody who has to stop and watch part of the program or sing part of the song, then music and television are not good ideas. Discomfort. If it's too hot or too cold or you're hungry or thirsty, you are not going to be able to write productively. On the other hand, there is too much comfort. If you are one of those people that can crawl into bed and pass out without even counting to three, doing your work in your bed is not a good idea. You need to actually try to write somewhere that's going to keep you awake. Do not overdo it. When you are writing, do not write for more than 2 hours at a time. Studies have shown that after 2 hours, your brain is tired and it's not going to think as well. Writing for more than 2 hours at a time is going to cause you more revisions in the long run. Take a break. Your first draft is never your final draft. Do not be one of those students who thinks that they do best under pressure. That's BS. I don't care how you look at it. Writing a rough draft, revising it, and writing another one and revising it as many times as it takes will get you a better paper than if you try to write it all at once. Never try to revise your essay immediately after it is written. The reason for this is your brain remembers what you meant to say. When you are reading through your essay, it will actually input that information. I know it sounds crazy, but it happens. Give yourself at least 45 minutes before you start trying to revise your essay. Be prepared when you're writing. If you have research, make sure it's nearby. If you like to handwrite things before you actually type them out, make sure you have more than one writing instrument, just in case your pen runs out or your pencil breaks. Make sure that your computer is completely charged up. Take breaks if you need them. Do not tell yourself, oh, I just got to finish this paragraph and then I will run to the restroom. Finish the sentence and go to the restroom. The reason for this is because if you have to go to the restroom, your brain is thinking, I gotta go, I gotta go, I gotta go. So no matter how hard you try, the rest of the paragraph you are writing is not going to make very much sense. There are three main parts to the writing process: focusing and or narrowing your topic, pre-writing, and developing. Before you start writing, you need to make sure you have decided on your topic. Narrowing your topic. Most topics are relatively broad. To narrow your topic, you first need to decide what side of the topic you want to be on, or which objective you want to convey. For instance, if the topic is vampires, possible focuses are they're real or they're a myth. Consider that you choose to narrow your topic to vampires are a myth. At this point, you need to come up with some ideas as to what you could possibly discuss in an essay about the myth of vampires. To do this, it is beneficial to do some form of pre-writing. Pre-writing. There are two most common forms of pre-writing. Free writing, where you sit down with a piece of paper and a pen or pencil and basically have a conversation with yourself about your topic. You should start writing everything you can think about the topic. Write non-stop for a minimum of 5 minutes. Do not go back and reread, worry about grammar, spelling, etc. Just write. This works best when you have no idea what you're going to write about. Listing or brainstorming. Sit down with a piece of paper and a pen or pencil and list all the ideas about your topic that you can think of. Brainstorm for a minimum of 5 minutes. Please look at the handout I have provided to see examples of both free writing and listing or brainstorming. Developing. Research. If your essay requires research, many of them do, now is the time to get that figured out. Too much research is better than not enough. Always collect more information than you believe you will need. This allows you to direct the topic in the direction you want. Make sure you use reputable research. When searching for information, look for information that supports the 3 to 4 points you believe are the strongest. Developing. To develop your ideas, you will need to put them into a logical order. The most effective way to do this is to complete an outline. If you think of an essay as a body, the outline would represent the bones. An outline helps to put all of your ideas in order. Then all you need to do is add the guts. Writing. Once the outline has been completed, you can start writing your essay. Remember, you do not have to write perfectly. Your first draft is never your final draft. Your ideas may change while you are writing. Go with it. Try to have fun. Allow the ideas to flow when you are writing. There is always time to make the essay better after you have the bulk of it on paper.